IMF wants Ethiopian currency to be valued by 60%.
Why?
Sajid Nadim.
Why should Ethiopian devalue their currency by 60%? 60% will make people poorer. So why would that benefit IMF? Why would that benefit the economy?
I'm not understanding too, because I feel like we're still on colonization, because who are these people?
And what would they give you in return for that?
And why are they coming to give us orders in our own country?
Because we don't have money, so they won't want you to dictate to you.
Oh no, that's where now Africans should wake up and consider
creating their own currency.
Creating our own currency, and apart from that, having that unity, because whenever business, Tanzania government votes to take down sugar cartels in efforts to address shortage.
Yeah. This sugar cartel is all over Africa. We know that it's owned by some foreigners who are controlling the cartels. So we know they don't even want indigenous production to succeed, because that's a baby. It was sabotage indigenous production through partisan, but they'll finance the party. You come to government, you cannot encourage production, local production, let's import it and other things for business. That's all about it. We know all this.
Yeah.
The Togo Parliament has given final approval to a new constitution extending the present term after critics denounced the move as a coup. Africa will have problems with changing our constitutions and blah blah.
Yeah. It's so sad, because every time, especially this problem is a lot in Africa, because these African leaders go in there and change the constitution according to their interests. I feel like there should be a court where there are changes that they are favoring the president. If the constitution has already passed the place, they should never be changed, because I feel like these guys go there and change these things, and they trap us in them being years to years in the government and giving us some poor services for the people of Africa. It's so sad. So people, please, can you comment and tell us?
That's why some of us even have problem on this so-called Western model of democracy. They call it constitutionalism. Constitution, people can manipulate anytime they want it. You don't have control. So it's not working. This system is not working.
Very true.
Let's go.
IMF wants Ethiopian currency to be valued by 60%.
Why?
Sajid Nadim.
Why should Ethiopian devalue their currency by 60%? 60% will make people poorer. So why would that benefit IMF? Why would that benefit the economy?
I'm not understanding too, because I feel like we're still on colonization, because how would someone come and make our currency as a country devalued
by 50%?
Why? Who are they? Who are these people?
And what will they give you in return for that?
And why are they coming to give us orders in our own country?
Because we don't have money, so they won't want you to dictate to you.
Oh no, that's where now Africans should wake up and consider
creating their own currency.
Creating our own currency, and apart from that, having that unity, because whenever Ethiopia have a problem, Kenya will be able to help. Whenever Nigeria is having a problem, Togo can help. Morocco is having a problem, South Africa can help. Zambia is having a problem, Togo can help. You understand? And we just come together. Tanzania has a problem. Ghana rescues it. Because this is how we bring us together to make that single coin stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We complement each other and we become stronger.
It's very sad.
Africans don't understand. Africans don't understand. Let's go. Togo first. Anti-terrorism. President Nyasimbe calls for the reorganization of military cooperation in West Africa. I think it's the right call. I always think we must do things in our own way. Let's collaborate. Put our resources together and fight the common enemy. And I always support anything that will make African work together. I'm always happy for that. So I think it's a good call. We must support that. Then
Reader mode. IMF forces Ghana government to reinstall VAT on electricity on Ghanaians.
IMF telling Ethiopia to develop their currency. IMF telling that government, the army has fallen to put it back on Ghanaians. So the question I always say, everywhere I am in Ethiopia, develop your currency, Ghana, Kenya, broaden your tax rate, Zambia, Tanzania, everything I am with the one. So who's ruling Africa?
The system, I told you, the system behind the system.
Well, the people who want to rule Africa, they don't want African to unite. You see the gap. Because Africans unite, they can't get their way. But when we are like this, they are filling the gap of our unity. They are now dictating for what to do. You see the problem? Well,
Ghana Web, Africa must create environments that rewards talent. Yemi Osibanjo.
yeah, Mr. Yemi Osinbajo, that's the former president of Nigeria. I think the call is right. In Africa, we need to find payments that reward talent, that will encourage hard work and productivity. If it's not just the talent, if you look at Africa, our payment system is problematic. You see Africans working and they pay Kenya, well, they're not working Kenya.
Minimum.
Legally.
I think
around 400 children or 400 per day. Like
per day.
400 children per day. How much is ugali? The good ugali to eat in a day?
Ugali?
150 or 100. And the lady in correct way 150 children.
The pack.
The pack to eat correct ugali, correct standard. Yes, that's average 150. So if you can even eat 3 times a day with it. So it's a problem. We need to look at our payment system in Africa. We need to go and pay hourly basis. If the hourly basis is 100 children. So in Africa, we pretend we are paying, they also pretend they are working and they are stealing. And it's a problem. We need to accept that.
That's the problem with
they are not paying people well. People are not working properly. We are not paying. We are wasting each other's time. They are wasting their time. They are wasting your telling you, collapsing your business, and we are wasting our economy. That's the challenge. We need to restructure it. And
we need to wake up in a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. People are talking of $15 per hour. We are thinking of 400 children per day. It's sad.
It's very sad.
At least, we can't be like them, but at least it's even an hour.
$4.
Yes, even it's an hour, it's 100 children. If I work hard, they must give you target. You must meet your target. This work must be work within 2 or 3 hours. That's the solution. So that we will not waste each body's time. So that if you cannot employ somebody the whole day, then employ half a day, you can work here and work there. Complement each other. But for now, it's not. We're just creating poverty, no future. So if you are working, there's no future for you. If you go to time and what happens? You can't save anything unless you steal. That's a stealing very right enough. If you can't steal, you cannot survive.
Those are such things that we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Al Jazeera, starving to death is as scary as a war for Sudanese refugees in Chad.
Yeah.
The looming famine in Sudan is pushing thousands of civilians from Diffa to flee to Chad, say Refugees AIDS Group.
It's hard. By the kind of conflict. By the kind of conflict in Sudan has put people to become refugees, and hunger is killing them. It's sad. Africa. Why all this conflict? I always say this. Conflict in Africa is called four major things. For me, and I look at it. One is religion. Check the whole world. The biggest conflict in the world is caused by religion. It is in Africa. Partisan politics. It's a major cause of war. Check people are dying out of partisan politics. Protests and the war. My party has lost power, and my person didn't.
Tribalism.
Killing, tribalism. Then come to chieftaincy. This indirect colonial systems left behind. That's a British. This will cause a lot of conflict in Africa. And then multinational companies that are mining, exploring Africa. They're creating chaos. These are the things we need to address. Yes. Go to Congo conflict caused by multinational. How to exploit their resources. So we need to suppress the indigenous people and then we develop conflict. Let's go to Sudan, this Sahel regions, all the problems. It's religion. It's religion. Islam. Let's be honest about it. These are the problems we have. It's a problem. Let's go now.
BBC, Tanzania opposition leaders freed on bail. Senior leader of Tanzania main opposition Chadema party, including Chairman Freeman Mbowe and his deputy Tundu Lissu, have been released on bail.
Opposition, partisan polygamy. I don't like partisan polygamy. Partisan polygamy is one of the problems in Africa. African part of the this system is not working. Let's admit it. It's causing more problem than any benefit.
Yeah.
So the problem is the system, not the individual. So anything partisan politics, I'm just against it. Okay. African Union strengthened its sanction regime for non-payment of dues. Some people didn't pay their dues to AU. So how do we get money to run AU? Are you following it? The AU is currently not financed in a predictable, sustainable, and equitable or accountable manner. It is heavily dependent on donor funding to run its programs and operations. And this is further compounded by the fact that 40% of the member states do not pay their yearly contribution to the institution. My goodness, African 40% didn't pay their dues.
Very true.
Why should they be a member?
Especially when the members of parliament at large,
they don't pay
their dues.
That's what I'm saying. The AU, the problem with AU is this. We think that everybody will agree, or we can have that don't agree. Next, Africa have to come to a point that it's not everybody that can accept for African to unite. Let's be honest about ourselves. Let's suppose those who agree, let's unite. Later on, those who change their mind, they can join. But if we all want all Africa to agree before we unite, it's just an illusion we can never get.
Yeah.
Especially when you have some part of Africa still in occupation, they are not free. Even physically, they are not free. Like North Africa, you don't expect them to collaborate with you to unite. Even 4 or 5 of them agree that these are the laid down, they want what we want for Africa. Those who agree, let's unite.
Yeah.
Forget about the rest of them. Later, they do fine. Yeah. But if we want to have every African to agree before we unite, Dunkin' Donkey will not happen here. 40% don't pay your dues and you're a member. Just pay your dues. Why? You don't pay. My sister, it's sad.
Very, very sad. Joy Online, we have the question, what is wrong with our democracy?
Professor Bafo Ajimade.
What is wrong with our democracy?
It's not working. That's the reality must say the African Western model of democracy is not working. This partisan politics of model. It's not working.
Did we even get that democracy itself?
They were
because we're still in the independence.
Yeah, they were
still fighting for our freedom.
Exactly.
We're still not having that freedom that we deserve as Africans.
Exactly.
So, yeah, guys, what do you think? Please tell us in the comment section.
It's a multi-party system or Western model of democracy. They work in your country. Let's see, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Zambia, South Africa, other African countries, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, Zimbabwe,
Namibia,
and Botswana. I think it's not working. Let's admit it is not working. You know, Africa, we are travel-based people. We must admit that. That's our strength. It's also diversity. It depends how we utilize it. Well, let's craft our own way of democracy and leadership.
Yeah.
Our governance that reflect our diversity. That bring inclusiveness.
Yeah.
Bring more accountability. That bring our responsibility. But if you go and take your enemy system, become an influence in democracy, how can you work? The moment you follow somebody's system, you are puppet to that person. You are working for the person's interest. That model is crafted to serve their interest, not your interest. But let's leave it like that. Let's go. My sister, I don't want to talk plenty. My energy will finish.
Please, people, tell us how do you feel about the democracy in your country? Yeah. The conversation, belief in democracy.
Believe on the democracy
is on the decline in Africa tradition. Institution can help restore its importance.
Yeah, belief in democracy. Believe in Western model of democracy. Because the multi-party, that's a Western model, is normal. And it's not the only way of practicing democracy. So believe in the Western model is declining, not democracy.
Okay. Thank you. We can move forward.
Yeah, Financial Times. Angola agreed deal with China, State Bank, to ease debt crunch.
6 African countries currently under military rule.
You want to come?
Burkina Faso, Chad, Guinea, Mali, Niger, and Sudan since 2021, 2023, that is Niger 2020, Mali, Guinea 2021, and Burkina Faso 2022. I would say this is sad because these people have not settled, and I feel like we're still fighting for our lives and not having any solution to our problems. And it's becoming a problem because every day in, day out, souls are being lost. Especially people who have no idea of why are people fighting. Because I'm very sure there are innocent people outside there who daily in, daily out, they lose their life or lose their life because of this or whatever that is going on right now in these countries. I'm hoping that if they can hear us, we are one. We have to unite and stop fighting, because for us to heal, we have to stand together and understand that it's not necessary, it's not worth it, and we have lives to secure in this life.
Yeah, life is the number one before anything else is added. Yes, and let's go to travel and tour world here. Southern African countries, Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe expanding Schengen style single visa driving tourism sector. You have one single visa, which we shouldn't think of that for the whole of Africa. So they have Cameroon president, Adom Anlan, Cameroon president to contest again at the age of 93. They're looking at it here again. Cameroon president to contest again at the age of 93.
And this is where we are having problems as Africans, because why are we not giving opportunities to the younger generation? And this, I don't believe, why would a 93-year-old be wanting the same seat? He has sat on it. He has over 40 years. He has felt it. Why don't these people of this country not give another person an opportunity? They see what is going to happen in their country. And someone who is younger, stronger, someone who can think and give good results to the people of Cameroon, because this is the problem that we're having. And these people will go in there, change the constitution and put them in their interests. And then in the next 10 years, don't be sorry to see him still vying for the same seats.
He can't even walk alone. People help him to walk. He still want to contest. It means that it's not him who is trying to be there. There are some people who want him to be there. Who wants
him to be there for them to continue doing.
Serve their interest.
Interfering with the people of Cameroon in their cultures and everything that they need. The economy, they need to heal. They need to move forward, and moving forward is choosing a president who is
vibrant,
outgoing, open-minded, young, strong,
energetic.
Please, Cameroon people, I want to hear you. I want to see you in the comment section, and you tell us how you feel about this situation that we see. I don't know how you call it in your
water pot.
On your home, but it's a water pot. We used to have them way back, especially the way back hot water pots were more clay. At back home in my county in Taita Taveta. Taita, please tell us how you call it. But in Swahili, it's called chungu chamai.
Chungu chamai.
Chungu chamai.
Chungu chamai.
Water pot. And this pot could put water into a very cold for a very long time. You come back and very sweet. You'll come back and drink this water. You will drink it again and again.
The latest technology.
That's the olden ways of putting water in a cold.
The cold.
Right?
Make it cold.
So this is our culture.
Indigenous fridges.
They
call it bully.
I can imagine this person is enjoying this water for sure. Please tell us how you feel about that.
Somebody in UK, put in UK.
That's a good thing, because I'm proud of him because because they're maintaining the culture. They took that culture. I still wanna hit it from way back. I feel the water. He's still enjoying the amazing ways of tradition that we used to use back then.
Could the war President Alassane Ouattara signal run for 15? Another problem.
This is the thing that we were just talking 1 minute ago before the commercial break. These people are old. If you've already served even for 20 years, it's 5 years, it's enough. Give someone else who can bring us change. Let us see what else this person can do for us. Apart from, we are already used to your system. We are tired of the system. We want new people giving us challenges of daily lives that we are facing today.
Especially when you'll be there for long and it's not working, just admit it and move on. This man is very unfortunate situation because he came to government with the help of France, with the promise that he will go for 1 term. He has gone in there and they changed the constitution. He's not going for 4th term, and nobody's talking. Everybody's quiet. Meanwhile, he was coming. He lied to Algerians that he was coming for 1 term, and Babu was the problem. Babu is a dictator. Then they've taken Babu to ICC, and this man has come instead of serving 1 term, he's going for 4 terms. And the whole world is quiet because he's serving some people interest.
People should wake up and make different decisions for their countries.
Exactly. France, we know France is protecting him because he's serving their interest. But if any other person who is not serving, they're a dictator.
Of course, they'll bring them down because they know that their things alone are going to be moving. That's what I'm saying. We're still not gotten independence because, sorry to say that, we've not gotten independence because you can imagine till now we're still having 93-year-old people serving for the term of 40 years in the city. How are we having someone serving for 40 years without change? We want change for Africa and African countries where you're having people at age of 70, 100. We don't want that. We want to change.
Okay, then.
The New Times publications, editorial, Congolese must shun their differences and demand their government to do better.
Exactly. I think it's the right call, but what he didn't add is that he was also a former president of Congo. The accountability must start from, he's also part of the accountable system.
Yeah.
It must start from his regime and hold everybody accountable. That's the thing. But it's a good call.
Yeah.
Then let's go here. Breaking news, that's 1966 news. They said common criminal never dies. They said there is a claim that in 1964, the constitution was amended to make Dr. Kwame Nkrumah a president for life. I have researched many times and can't find any evidence to prove that claim. That's a liver back. I think as a Ghanaian, I also heard those kind of narratives that Nkrumah was a dictator, he was one party state, wanted to be president for life. But none of them have I've not seen any evidence backing that. I think it's just a narrative to turn his image, he justify the proof. I think so. Yeah. Let's go.
Flying Eagle Zambia. This revelation is very sad indeed. How do you have more registered voters in a particular area than its actual population? Remember, when you are carrying out census of population, you count everyone, including children and those who haven't attained voting age. Now, all these numbers put together is less than those who voted.
You see, that's how we are. Some of us are saying this multi-party is a fraud.
Yeah.
How can the number of people voted is number of people between 18 years and above?
Yeah.
The number of people 80 years above is more than the people including 80 years above and up to 5 years, even children. How can that happen? Not everybody will go and vote. People die.
And that's where we are having votes being stolen.
It's a fund. There's just a complete system to deceive the masses and exploiters. That's the exploitable problem. It's a complete fraud.
Yeah.
Sure.
They are calling us as well.
I like the way they are calling this. You see the masses feel like your vote matters, but your vote doesn't matter.
True.
Somebody sit and computer and manipulate the results for you. What can you do?
They should tell us in the comment section, how do you feel about the voting systems? Please give us DW Africa. Zimbabwe has officially applied to join BRICS. Foreign Minister Amon Muriwa.
Yeah, I think they're right. Let's be honest. BRIC is not the best thing for Africa. Africa, longer we fail to develop our own financial system, our own currency and payment system.
Yeah.
For now, dollar is a problem. The only solution, the alternative to dollar is the BRIC system.
Yeah.
And I don't have any problem with anybody going to BRIC because it's the only alternative to the dollar system. And we will develop our own. I think it's the right call.
It will strengthen our countries.
Exactly. You can make your payment power with
our Africa.
With a dollar, and nobody can sanction you. Or other things like that.
DW Africa, DRC, the US is open to critical minerals partnership with the Democratic Republic of Congo after a Congolese senator proposed a mineral for security deal. The DRC, riches in cobalt, lithium, and uranium, has been battling M23 rebels who have seized significant territory this year.
Yeah.
While Kinshasa has not publicly outlined a formal proposal, government officials have emphasized their intent to diversify international partnerships. A planned meeting with US lawmakers was cancelled, but discussions are ongoing, with Congo mineral sector largely dominated by China. The US sees strategic interest, though experts note challenges due to the absence of American state-owned mining companies.
It's a very bad situation we found ourselves, but that's the reality. He's now exchanging a mineral for security. He cannot provide security for himself. An African cannot help our own brother.
Yeah.
We don't have security system. We don't have weapons. We don't have centralized security.
Yeah.
EU security command. America. If America even have security command for Africa, China has security command for Africa. The Africans don't have security command for themselves.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Because he needs security. He doesn't have the weapon. Congo was under ban, armed embargo for a long time.